These days, you hear a lot of well-intentioned people say that if you don't have anything to hide, if you're not doing anything wrong, then you shouldn't be concerned with the government spying on you, violating the Fourth Amendment in the Bill of Rights and illegally wiretapping everyone, recording their phone calls, recording every bit of digital data about their personal and private lives, and storing it indefinitely. I'll tell you why this is a ridiculous argument and why everybody should be outraged at this egregious invasion of privacy. And it's not that people have anything illegal to hide, and even if they did, it's up to the government to follow the law to obtain enough evidence to make an arrest and a conviction. Otherwise, we slide down the slippery slope into tyranny. But a primary reason is to protect ourselves against Orwellian discrimination and harassment at the hands of the establishment, the government, private corporations, or political groups that dare to have a different view than us. Take the case in point of the Tea Party being harassed with one of the most feared government agencies, the IRS, by the Obama establishment because they just against the establishment, so they'll just audit them and harass them because they have a different view. You know, this if you don't have anything to hide argument is so ridiculous. I guess Anne Frank, you know, the poor little girl that was hiding up in an attic and writing a journal about being persecuted by the Nazis during World War II. I mean, what did she do wrong? What did she have to hide? I guess she should have just came out and tried to reason with the Nazis. Right? Oh, but we're not facing that kind of political persecution in America. That was only something that the Nazis did. Oh, well, I mean, I guess we're just kind of getting close to that. Take the situation of the former CEO of Mozilla, the creator of the popular Firefox browser, who was bullied out of his job because he dared to support Proposition 8 in California that was passed by the majority of voters, which established that marriage was between a man and a woman. Even though the gay couples could have a civil union, it's just, equal rights, just called something different. But they wanted to bully their way into having the same name. And so the same stance that President Obama had as a candidate, this CEO, Brian Ike, however you pronounce his name, it was discovered that he donated some of his personal money to a campaign to support Proposition 8. And the, as Bill Maher called them, the gay mafia, bullied him and demanded that he step down from his job. And of course, the liberals cheer this as a victory. So short-sighted, so mentally deranged that they can't even fathom what may and will happen if the shoe is on the other foot. Of course, the liberal hypocrisy becomes clear. But this is one of the perfect reasons of why your personal, private, political views. This guy didn't make any gay slurs. He didn't discriminate against anybody. He just simply had the same view that President Obama had, not changing the definition of a, who knows, 10,000-year-old institution. But no, the gay marriage mafia, as Bill Maher called them, bullied them out of a job. The Catholics get bullied by the anti-Catholic people. And, some of the Catholics perhaps may discriminate against some of the liberals and the homosexuals. So it's reasons like this that your personal political views should not be invaded by a government. Again, we're leading down to the path where if you just dare disagree with gay marriage, the liberal New World Order socialist establishment will just want everybody fired from a job. I'm sorry, you need a $1,000 surcharge on your Obamacare there. Certain people that go to get abortions probably don't want that information around, right? I mean, while that's accepted and it's really celebrated by the Obama administration, perhaps in the future, if we have another conservative candidate to be selected to be the spokesman from the New World Order, perhaps the Republican establishment then will discriminate against liberals outing anybody who went to have an abortion and publicly shaming them. See, the liberals often don't understand what happens when the shoe is on the other foot. Okay, so you don't go to have an abortion, or maybe after the abortion you go to the strip club to celebrate your newfound single life. So that's, again, something that people do in their private lives that they don't exactly want public. Many people may be pushed out of a job if they're seen going to a strip club, teachers, coaches, etc. I guess if you don't have anything to hide, I mean, next time you go on vacation, why don't you just post a big sign on your front door that says, "Hey, sorry, went down to the Florida Keys. We'll be back next week." I mean, hey, you don't have anything to hide. I mean, why not just do that, right? Hey, if you don't have anything to hide, I mean, just take the privacy off of your Facebook page so that you can make sure to post, pictures of your kids and where they go to school and their names just on the internet for the whole world to see. I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? The newspapers recently have been publishing the names of and addresses of gun owners, trying to shame them, really trying to encourage people to break into their houses, apparently something which would just ultimately backfire on them. And many of the liberals cheered this. Yay, we've outed the gun owners. We should show people who our dangerous neighbors are. When, of course, if the shoe was on the other foot, they would be crying back to their mommy nanny establishment. If newspapers just decide to publish the names of people who don't have guns. Hey, these are people who don't have guns. These are individuals who have supported anti-gun legislation. So, hey, folks, anybody wants to break into somebody's house, go to this liberal pansy's house. They're not going to do anything. They're going to be probably so weak and frail that they can't even defend themselves. So have a free-for-all at the anti-gun legislation supporters' homes there, folks. So these are just some of the reasons why the NSA is really collecting every personal bit of data about everybody so that they can just Orwellianly discriminate. Just, oh, I'm sorry, you got an audit. Oh, hey, hi, Mr. IRS agent, what can I do for you? Oh, your number just happened to randomly come up. And, of course, the liberals that cheered the Tea Party people getting an audit, of course, again, so short-sighted, can't see what will happen if and when the shoe is on the other foot, if a Republican establishment were back in power and were auditing liberal organizations. So hypocritical, so short-sighted. So that's just a couple reasons why, Anne Frank, she should have just came out and announced. Why was she hiding? She wasn't doing anything wrong. She was a law-abiding citizen. She should just came out and reasoned with those Nazi officers, right? So the outing of the Mozilla Firefox, the really just bullying of him out of a job, and Anne Frank and the Tea Party situation, harassment, just a couple examples of this ridiculous argument proving to be false and illegitimate. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Check out some of the previous videos in the playlists, and stay tuned because there's more videos coming soon.